Hello friends, my name is Shivam from Devops Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Event ID and task category. So these are called field.
Yeah,
Next is what
Rajesh,
is
I have. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I have one question actually. So, what's the difference between source and source type?
okay, source and source type. So source is nothing but the file name, okay, which it has come from. Okay, look at this. The source is the name of file and stream or other input from which the particular events originate. Okay, now the question is, what is the source type? So I'll tell you in this way. Source type is a basically Splunk applied rules to aggregate the kind of data. For example, let's say you are ingesting the data in Splunk and that data is event logs, application event log for Windows. So the moment you give the data to the Splunk from the different sources, different hosts, Splunk automatically detects, okay, this is the source type of Windows event application log. Okay, so that way they will aggregate that type, they will label that as a type over there. So when you want to do some searches, it will be very easier and in line, and the filtering and in searches will be much faster. For example, you know that every Linux machines you have a syslog, right? So when you feed all different syslog from the different sources, Splunk detects automatically and apply the label which is called source type automatically, and then aggregate the data accordingly. Now if you do not have a source type, if you do not want to apply the source type which is given by Splunk, you can apply your own source type also, you can customize also. So sources is nothing but the file name of the file, and source type is like what kind of event which you have in the source of file, the file. Understand that?
Yeah, got it. So it's basically like if you are receiving security type of events, then source type would be security events.
Something like that. This is the customized one.
Okay.
So here these are the event type you see here. Event type are cross reference searches that categorize event at a search time. So look at this here. Event types are here in error, information, warning. These are the event type, you can say. Label here is a event type. Okay, so this is a one field, but it give you the different type of event in a one table only. Application log. Reports and dashboard, I don't think so I have to teach you what is a report. You want the report of something, or you want to visualize at the dashboard, you create this. Apps, I discussed about it. If you want to extend the functionality of the Splunk, you want to get a more and more feature, you have to install a Splunk apps. Splunk can give you access in terms of roles and users and give you the permissions also, so you are supposed to do what and what not. So those are the things at a Splunk platform. It can be done through the permission to the roles, and roles added by the users get added to the roles. So those are the things we can do that as well. Simple. Now, what is a transaction? So I think I discussed about the transactions. Remember the one scenario which I said. Let's say you log into the flipkart.com, then you added some catalog product to the catalog, and then you made a transaction, and then payment gateway successfully, return call to the payment gateway, order is generated, and then trace got started. So here if you see that the flow, here so many component got involved, from the app server to web server, web server to app server, database server, login server, registration server, payment gateways. So each of these is a consist of one action. So if you want to correlate that, that's called correlation also. That's called transaction. So transaction is a set of events. Group, it's a set of events, not a one event. Set of events from the different sources. Okay, grouped into one event for easier analysis. That's called transaction. Okay, so that's understood. So see here, from the user perspective, you make a request and then you get the results, no matter how many systems got involved with it to address that response, to get to that response, which could be Node.js, external services, PHP services, Java application services, some different microservices and stuff like that. That's called transaction. Okay, distributed search. Again, we will deep dive into the distributed search day after tomorrow. But yep, distributed search provide a way to scale your deployment by separating the search management and presentation layer from the indexing and search retrieval layer. So again, we'll come back to this one a little bit later. So see here, something like this is the distributed search. So you know that architecture of Splunk, where we have a search head, indexers and forwarders and stuff like that. So we are going to create a distributed search where we have a indexer at the different machines, sorry, forwarder at the different machines, indexer at the different machines, and then search head. And here search head is not searching the only one indexer but multiple indexer. So we'll talk about these stuff little later. Forwarder and indexers, again, right now I'm just giving a just idea about this. In detail I'll talk about little later. So forwarder is a version of Splunk. Again, look at this here. Forwarder is a version of Splunk that allows you to send data to a central Splunk indexer or group of indexer. So indexer provide indexing capability for local and remote data. Okay, search and search head, you know that search is the primary way user navigate data to in a Splunk software. So you can write a search to retrieve event from an index. You can write a SQL language, which I'm going to teach you. Search head is there's one app on which we are going to apply that. So I'm going to teach you this one. So here you see here, search head searches on Splunk indexer, and then same image, different graphics. Again, this is a different graphics you see here. Search head, Splunk indexer, and then forward a different. Okay. Now this is something we are going to spend time with. SPL, search processing language. This is something which we have to learn. So what is SPL? So basically it's a query language. It's a processing language which Splunk understand. So yeah, Splunk's SPL combines the best capabilities of SQL with Unix pipeline syntax, allowing you to access all data in its original format, optimize for the time series event, and use the same language for visualization also. That means Splunk is the answer for all of your searches, reports, tables, and dashboard, and many more things. So yes, Splunk provide over 140 commands. See here, SPL provide over 140 commands that allow you to search, correlate, analyze, and visualize any data. An incredibly powerful language that can summarize into 5 key areas. Okay, so this is the one. What is a pivot? So pivot in Splunk is referred to the table, charts, or other visualization you can create using pivot editor. Now we will do that later, so we'll talk about this one. But yes, you can map attributes defined in the data model objects to data visualization without manually writing the searches. Pivot can be saved as a reports and used to empower dashboard, chart, table, or visualization based on the data model data sets. You create a pivot with the pivot editor. So again, probably you might not understand pivot right now, because I need to cover the data model before that, so we'll come back to that. But pivot is one of the terminologies we have to use it in Splunk to visualize the data in an easier way using pivot editor. This is something like a pivot, we call it, on a dashboard. See that each one of these are a pivot. Okay, alerts. I think this is something which you all understand. So if something is not as per the rules set by you, get you the alerts, and for many reasons. So yeah, alert are triggered when search results meet specific conditions. You can use alerts on historical and real time searches. Alerts can be configured to trigger actions such as sending an alert information to designated email addresses or posting alert information to the web. Reports, you understand. Data model, I'll talk about it. Data model and pivots are interrelated. A data model is an hierarchically organized collection of data set that pivot uses to generate a reports. Data model object represent individual data set which the data model is composed of. So data model, I'll come back. I know that probably you might not understand in a complete way data model and pivot, so I'll come back on this. I think that dashboard, which is something you understand, is your dashboard. Look at this, so many pivots you have on this dashboard. That's all. So this is the introduction of Splunk. Any questions so far, guys? Any questions so far?
Not now. I mean, actually, based on this PPT, but in general, I have more related to monitoring how we would be, how we would effectively use Splunk to monitor multiple components. So probably you would be covering it later, I guess. So at the time, I'll ask.
Yes, I'll set up the forwarder and then you'll understand that. Not a problem. Any other questions? Okay, guys. So let me pause this, stopping the recording.
This
Splunk
conference will now
environment.
be recorded.
So how to set up Splunk installations, licensing, the model of infrastructure and stuff like that. So yes, as part of this session, we are going to understand how Splunk is licensed, where to get Splunk, installation and running. Okay, so these are the things we'll do that. Okay, so typically you will find there are three types of deployment of Splunk, the one which you can do that. One is a Splunk Enterprise. Basically here, when you use this model, then basically this one you can install it in an administrator on your own premises. Okay, so that's called Splunk Enterprise. Now, as part of this session, we are going to use Splunk Enterprise only, okay, which is a part of the session. Though you can use Splunk in the cloud also. This is a Splunk Enterprise as a scalable service at a cloud, so you can use there also. Now, there's one more version which is there for Splunk Lite, which is for the small IT environment, and this is free basically. Okay, so Splunk Enterprise is paid, cloud is paid, and Lite is free version of it. Whereas cloud and enterprise also you have some free data cap, which I'll talk about in some time. So yes, there are types of license of software. Splunk software licenses are available. The one is Splunk Enterprise license. the Splunk Enterprise License, Infrastructure License, Enterprise Trial License, Sales Trial License, Dev Test Licenses, Free Licenses, Forwarder Licenses, and Beta Licenses. So there are multiple types of software licenses are available. If you want to compare between the different kind of licenses, you can see that here: infrastructure, dev, test, sales, free, and so on. Okay, see here, block searches while in violation, no, no, whereas yes, yes. So logs internally and display message in Splunk web when when in warning and violation. Stake with additional licenses, enable full enterprise feature set. So see that. So yeah, there's a different kind of license and the behavior. So yes, enterprise, cloud, and light. Cloud, enterprise, and light, that's the same thing. So cloud typically we use for the when you don't want to set up a Splunk in your environment. It is a Splunk as a service. Get it, security, IoT, business answers for your machine data with a no infrastructure. So that's a cloud. Yep. So now all the software which you have seen it here are paid software except the Splunk Lite, which has some limit, some things which you have available, let's say, where many features are free. So Splunk Enterprise is paid, Splunk Cloud is paid, Splunk Lite is also paid if you want to enhance some other features also for the Splunk Lite. Now Splunk Enterprise, you have a 60 days trial period, whereas the Cloud 15 days and Lite you have 30 days. So as part of the sessions, we are going to use Splunk Enterprise. Now on top of this enterprise, cloud, and light, you have some additional add-ons also available, which gives you the different solutions for different problem in your organization, like IT service intelligence. You can, if you want it, which includes go for reactive to predictive, IT and AI with machine learning. That is also model is there. Splunk Insight with infrastructure issues, that's one of the things. Splunk Insight for AWS cloud monitoring is also available. So these are the things which is available, depends on your requirement for operations, IT operations. For security, we have Splunk Enterprise Security, which is additional software. Again, you can access 7 days sandbox. So basically you won't get access downloadable, but you have to access the sandbox provided by them. Phantom, which is a free community edition for the Splunk, which will help you to automate tasks, orchestrate workflows, and reduce incident response time. So yes, this is a licensing. Now, if you want to get started, so Splunk Enterprise, you can start with $225 per month per ingested GB. Yeah. So they charge you per GB basis per month, okay, but billed annually. So this is the cost of enterprise, out of which you get a multiple features like unlimited user, ability to scale up to the unlimited amount of data per day and stuff like that. Many features are there. Now if you go for the cloud, again, these are the features you get it, and you have to contact them for the pricing details. Okay, free trial for 15 or 16 days is available. Splunk free, there's a one free version also available, which will help you to set up a one user, which can scale up to the 500 MB data per day, which is free, which will help you to collect and index any data and real-time search analysis. Nothing more, you get it here. Okay, so overall, if you see that different kind of costing, daily index volumes between the perpetual license and annual term license, so these are the differences you see here. So Splunk cost. So yep, even though if you go for the enterprise trial period, the data which is capped at 500 MB. Okay, so after that there'll not be any charges. So what happens if you exceed the licensing cost? Splunk will never stop indexing your data because of license violation, but the data which is more than 500 MB is indexed will not be available for searches. So that way you have a limitation. Okay, because remember, the indexing is nothing but a collections of files and directory, and these collections of files and directory, they categorize by the bucket. So, and these buckets is created as per the age. So yeah, more than 500 of data will not be having available for license. So what count against your quota, which helps you to decide, okay, you have to pay for the per GB ingested. So data volume, a daily data volume that is indexed, not stored. Okay, understand that. Indexing is different, storing is different. So indexing is like 500 MB is a capped. Okay, more data you can index but will not be stored. So what does not count? So duplicated data is not count as part of the Splunk licensing. Splunk internal logs will not be counted as part of the Splunk licensing, and metadata is not counted. So yes, you have to get a Splunk from the website, which is called splunk.com, and then you have to install for Windows. You can install for the Linux. Okay, so now when we are installing today, okay, so you see here, when I install the Splunk Enterprise, you get everything. So look at this here. You can get indexer, you can get the search head, you can get the deployment server, you can get the license master, you can get the hobby forwarder, everything you can get in one package. We call it a Splunk Enterprise. Again, distributed setup will do the third day, not today, because you're going to learn today how to use Splunk rather than how to set up a production ready instance now itself. Okay, so everything you get it. So now how do we
Rajesh,
install it? So
yeah, sorry for
yeah,
interruption. One query. So, what is metadata?
metadata which has the bucket information, age, and stuff like that. So those are called metadata. The remember that there's one file which also get created which point to the data, that's called metadata also.
Okay, that TSIDX file, that one, raw data
Yeah,
and the text.
file.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so now how to install enterprise installations and stuff like that. Yes, there you can install on the Unix, you can install in the Linux, Windows. So there's no problem. So you can install it. So now, yep, we are going to do nothing but download the Splunk, install it, and forward the data and start searching. That's all. We are going to do that. And this is the architecture which I've been talking about multiple times. So that is how it is. Now, if you want to use the cloud version, you have to sign up and then start using, forward the data and start searching. So you don't have to install it here. There is no installation, there is no infrastructure required for it. Again, this trial period is available for 15 days, whereas we are trying the Splunk Enterprise. Okay, now the command line have so many options here. You can see Splunk help, start, stop, restart, status, show, enabled, and stuff like that. So many options you have to the command line also. Slowly will anyways will experience. How to get the sample data? This URL might not work. I'll give you the new URL for it. So sample data will be available at this portal. I'll share the URL with you so you can get code. And then finally we have to start the demo, how to install Splunk. So guys, any questions before that, so we can show you the demo on this? Any questions?
Nothing from my end.
Okay, just a second. Just a second. So okay guys.
Rajesh, there is a question like you said like there are three ways to log in the Splunk, like CLI and other is Java interface and one more is other interface. So can I know that what is that other interface like? How can we log in?
So there's a command line, second one is a UI, and third one is API. Basically, UI also make a API call also, so you can make through APIs also. So there's a different APIs available, like a Java APIs and all.
Yeah, do you
So
mean
you
is
can.
there any third party tool like to log in or it's a separate one?
Oh no, I mean when I say other tools like APIs, you can make a Java API. This is a third party itself. Java API, PHP API, and all sort of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to create a VM. So guys, look at my screen here. I will give you that number of VMs to each one of you. So do that as well. So I'm setting up the Splunk Enterprise, the trial version for 60 days. So CentOS here, marketplace. CentOS 7 I'm using for this demo. I'll go for 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM, one machine, 30 GB hard disk. Here name with Rajesh Splunk, security groups, default, review and launch. Keys I'll provide it to you during the demo. I'll show you where to get it. So I got the keys here. So now the instance is ready right now. This is mine actually. The IP address is here. Select this one. This is the IP address of mine. Now username is CentOS and password I don't have a keys I have. I'll give it to you also. Putty key, PPK key. Okay. So now with that, let me log into Putty. Those who are not familiar with the Putty and all, please look at this steps very carefully. I give the IP address. Click on this one, SSH, auth, browse. I locate the PPK. I will give you the link to download. I located it because it's my laptop itself. Open up. Now this I'm waiting for to log in. Keys I have given it. Do not prompt me for the password. I got it. Username is CentOS. Keys I have given it. I have logged in. Now I'll just improvise the view so you can see it better.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
So I hope you can see this screen well. Now I'll become a root -s. Now I'm going to install Splunk. So here Splunk, you have to register it on their website, each one of you. I have already registered, so I don't have to do those stuff. Today it seems like the websites are very slow, but we'll get it. So here it is, free Splunk. Okay, so here you see here they have changed the home page also, in fact. Okay, so let's log in. Let it load it. Log in and sign up, you can do that. So I'm just logging. The website is not loading properly. Now it's loaded. So here I'm logged in. I have accounts, so I'm going to log in using that.
Rajesh, do we have any lab session for this to do this?
Yes, we have a lab session.
Okay.
Okay, so usually the password should be stored here in this browser, but I can't locate the password because of the UI got changed. So I have to just get this password. So just give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get the password which is stored in my browser. So I have just unshare my screen for a few seconds to get the password. So Splunk password I need. I'm just I've just logged into the Splunk. You can also log in. After this, see this, my name is coming here. I click on the my dashboard. Okay. And here it is. So now you see here, this is my information. And here you see free trials and download. Splunk Enterprise, Cloud, Light, Security SIM, IT Service and Intelligence, and Universal Forwarder. So right now I'm interested only in this one, which is a combination of everything. And this is a 60 days trial period you get it. So click on it. So it will take me to the website where I can get the link actually. Okay, see here. Now here you have a Windows, Linux, and Mac. So Windows, if you look at this here, these are the operating system, Windows 10. Here the 2016-19 also, and MSI, the size of it. You can download it. Linux, if you look at this here, here you have a 64-bit, you can use it. tarball, Debian packages RPM 500 MB and Mac accordingly. So we are trying Linux. So I'll go for tarball. Debian is an installer, RPM is installer, tarball is not installer. So that way I'm going for the tarball. So I can show you manually everything. Okay, so one by one. So yeah, I click on the download and I'm looking for the link actually. I'm not downloading in Windows. I'm looking for the link. So here it is. So now it's downloaded. Here I'm going to copy this link, the link which is here, copy this all. This is the URL I wanted and pause this. Okay. Now what I will do, I go to the OPT, everything will do in the OPT. Okay. Now because I'm root, so I can do anything here. So wget downloading this file, and here it says wget is not found. No problem. I'm going to install the wget using install this command -y. Okay, I'm going to share with you all these commands after the demo, so you can also get it installed. Okay. So
So
now,
one query, Rajit. So meaning we have to create
yeah.
our own account in Splunk and download, right?
See this URL, if you use it directly without account also it will work. But having accounts not only get you the package, but it'll get you many resources and many things. So you will get comfortable with the ecosystem. So I would request you to register if you want it. But by the way, this URL will work for everyone actually.
Okay, then fine. The
So
reason is actually I already
go
the
ahead,
reason
Steve.
is I already have an account and the trial period is 2 months, right? So mine got expired, so that's the reason.
No, my account is created 5-6 years ago. So every new download will have a new, you see, installation. Every new installation will have a 60 days of trial period. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
Account
Oh, okay.
creation and setup is having no relationship here. That's the one good thing
Okay.
about the Splunk.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Fine.
that
Thanks.
that was same my question. We have the Splunk ID that everything will get downloaded whenever it's coming new in the Splunk. Only the thing is 60 days for trial or to test anything. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you install in the new server every time, you will get a 60 days every time. So it's like this.
Okay. So what about the servers then? So do we need to have a AWS account, or you would be
Which
sharing
server
the
you're
IP?
talking? No,
I'm doing.
I will share. I'll share the list of IP address for each one of
Okay.
you and access
Mhm.
to it. Now, so you have to
Okay.
do
Great.
only the things which is required.
Okay. Yeah, great. Thanks.
So I think 4 minutes to go. I guess the installation is a little slow. Download. Usually in AWS is very fast, but maybe that the Splunk website is not able to handle the things. And usually, what I can do one more time because it's taking too much. I will restart this. What happened? Okay, wget is not installed here. Oh, it's not a installation, it's a wget issues. Okay, now it has happened. So I did the good decision actually. Restarted the command. Okay, so here I got this package. Now I'm going to extract it. The version which you see 806 and this Linux 64-bit tarball and tar-z xvf to extract this, and here I extracted it, everything. And here, this is the one. Now I'll keep this package with myself because I'm going to need it many times. So here I should go inside this and then understand this skeleton. See here. Here you have a bin, etc, include, library, OpenSSL, and share. All this skeleton I'll talk about one by one slowly later point of the time. But right now we need this directory very much, where the Splunk command line to start and stop is there. So go to the bin directory. Okay, and you see here there's so many utilities here, so many utilities. Some of the utilities for indexing, some of the for distributed management, some of the utility Python is also there, you see here, and some of the utilities for signing. See, Splunk is there, Splunk D is there, Splunkmon is there. Many utilities are there. Some of the utilities will use it as part of our program, but for time being we need one of the utilities, Splunk. Here, this is a Splunk. Now dot Splunk, and after this enter. Now I didn't know the command, so here it will give me the command, which command I should use it. So here, see, this is the command, simple cheat sheet commands, clustering, data source, forwarding, input, settings, tool, search, and everything is there. So now some of the options are also here. So this one. Now I'm looking for the one sh file to call this start, and if I am not wrong, they have merged with this one also. So let's check it out. Splunk, sorry, this one. Let's check it out. This one, Splunk D, enter, start. So this file is not there. Okay, just a second. Maybe it's a Splunk only. And just a second. So big command for it. Okay, it's taken. Okay, so now this is the one, and you can accept the license. Accept license. Yeah, this has taken. Now I was looking for these options in the help, but I couldn't find it out, and that's the reason I got confused. So this should be, I'll just let me check one more time, because they should not remove it because that's needed actually. Help. If I say help or commands or only this Splunk, okay, let's do that first. Let's start this, and we'll see that those options. Maybe a little bit of changes have happened, and I'm passing the username. So this username is the administrator username. Using that, anyone can access this Splunk. So for ease of my mind, I'm putting the ADMIN. That's one, and password also I'm putting ADMIN123. Okay, confirm password ADMIN123. That's all. Now the Splunk is starting. Okay, and now it's available. That's all. Now if I go and check the Splunk got started or not, so I'll just read my Splunk table, I mean process table, and here Splunk. Now see here, Splunk has been started. Look at this here. This is the management port. Just right now you don't look at those stuff too much because I'm going to teach you, but it's got bind to IP address, the 0.0.0. That means I can access it. The port number which is there for this is web port. Okay, I'm not talking the management port, the multiple port they use it. I'm talking the web port. So web port is 8000. I can access here. See, so I'm just waiting for a few seconds more because it takes few seconds than normal. And meanwhile, I'll just cancel this one and click here and 8,000. Okay, so yes, this is the Splunk what you have. Now, I had given a user ID ADMIN and a password is ADMIN123, and that's all. So this is the username and password which I provided, and some of the things got it, and some important change coming again. So again, Splunk always get new changes. By the way, there's a major announcement has happened. They are to migrate 2.7 to 3.7. So Python. So that's one thing. So don't show me again now. And this is the dashboard. Now we have to spend today and tomorrow on this one only. And we're going to learn about this stuff. So that's all. So did you find any difficulties installing the server and stuff like that? How to install? Any difficulties? Any
That is
questions,
it
guys?
possible to check on any one Windows server
Yeah,
for test?
download it. Splunk. Just a second. So guys, I installed this one, downloaded this one, Tarball, I did this one, and get into this. Okay, and finally this one, and that's all. So these are the commands I run. Yeah. So your question is, can we install in Windows? Yes, you can install in Windows also. You can install downloading the MSI file from this website, and in Windows, I don't have anything to talk about because it's just a MSI file. You click next, 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 and done. So you want me to show you the demo for this?
Yeah, if you have in AWS, that will be great.
Okay. So right now, let me, because it's a Windows and I have a Windows based host machine itself. So let me show you in the Windows
You
also.
can continue on the machine
So
itself.
what is that?
You have that existing machine, right? You can demo it on that machine
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, same thing I'm doing right now. So guys, I have a 64-bit operating system and I have a Windows 10, okay? Not 16, not 10. So I need this MSI download. So I'm downloading right now. Automatically it will download. By the way, command line option, you can get it wget here also. Okay, so at that time I didn't notice, so I had to steal the URL for it. So download is in progress. That not take more than few seconds. 40 seconds to go.
So Rajesh, one question. So while installing Splunk on the CentOS machine, so at the end of the installation, it was showing like to access Splunk use 127.0.0. I mean colon 80. I mean 80,000. 8,000. So, but we did not use that IP address. Instead, we used I mean the system's IP address. Yeah. Any reason?
This is not the IP address of the machine. It's a local host actually. So if you have access to the local host, then you put it. But I am not having access. I'm accessing from outside, right? So you have to use the real IP address. This is the local host address.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I got the MSI file. Here it is. It's here, and I'm going to put it in my tools location. Download this one here, and Okay, and install it. Okay, so I'm just installing simple thing. I don't think so you will have to struggle a lot for this. Just computing some space that TX is waiting for it, and next, and all stuff like that. Make sure that 8000 ports should be available in Windows also, so that way. I'm not sure about whether I have installed it in Windows earlier. I'm not able to remember it, but if I have already installed it, that license will be a free Splunk. So I'll not be able to use it all the features here, but limited features I'll be able to use it, because I have, if it has to be new system actually. So let's check it out. I'm not able to recall the stuff. So still is computing the space requirement, though I have a space in C drive. Yep, 54 GB. So it should take some time. In Windows usually it's slow, so let it come. It's taking, now it's taking more time. Okay, so
Port 8000 should be opened for to communicate to that Splunk server, right?
that's correct. Should be open and should be available also.
Okay. If you have Splunk server internally within our network, we can define the port also, right? For
That's
all over
correct,
the
yeah.
our internal network.
You can change the port also if you want, but right now I'm not customizing it to avoid the
Yeah,
complexity.
understand. That's understand. Yeah, thanks.
It's taking more time actually. Should be done right now. Not sure what is the reason, but yeah. So guys, if we do next start and then put the user ID and password, should be done. So you can try in the your local machines also later upon to the time, but you'll get installation. So automatically this service will be started, and if not, then service.msc, where you can go and Splunk start the services. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the installation instructions which we followed. I'll share with you after some time, and you can install in Windows in your laptop itself, and again get going. Now for the Linux, I'll share the boxes to each one of you, but before that, what is this? This is the one. So after the installation, you get this one, and we need to understand very well. Okay, this is the things we have to understand. So you see here, search. There's one app. Look at this here. Here we have a one app. Do you want to install more app? Remember, Splunk base is a place where you can have hundreds and thousands of app. You can install it and use it. For time being, this app is more than sufficient for us. This is where we are going to do lots of things, a lot of things. Here what says searching and reporting. So you are going to search here and report, create a reports also, dashboard also, and everything we have on this. Okay, though you can buy a few more apps if you really need it and get started. So yep, this is the app. Now here, let's just open up. Now you see here, these are the apps which is default installed by the Splunk enterprise server. Okay, look at this here. Look at this, and this is the name of the app, folder name, and update checking, visible, shared with the which app, all the app here, shared with all the app, sharing app, and here status disabled, enabled. So if you want to enable, disable, whatever you want to do, you can do that. So these are the app you have already automatically installed it. You can disable, enable, or whatever it is, you can do that. So here you have apps, 18 apps installed. You can install the app from the file also. In fact, you can create an app also, little bit with a limited programming languages. You can browse some more apps, and it will take you to the Splunk base, Splunk base.com. Automatically, it loads that website. Its loading time is little bit more. By the way, during the Windows installation, it has come that pop-up. So let me complete this one also by the time it gets loaded. Next, shortcut menu, install. That's all. So nothing great. I have done it here and installing. At the end of it, will ask me the password, username and password. I'll give it. Let it continue in the background. Meanwhile, here it is. So yes, it takes some time to load it, but yeah, this is the one. So you see here, all this has come from the splunkbase.com. That's the reason it has loaded from the external website. That's the reason it has taken more time. So yes, if you want to install some applications, you can install it, uninstall it, whatever you want to do. Newest, popular. How many total app you have? 1037 app you have, and app as per the category for the DevOps, IT operations, security, fraud, and compliance, business analytics, IoTs, utilities. The version of app is also there. Okay, by mistake I clicked on it. I didn't want it actually because I know it will consume less of time. So, and here you have a CIM version, app type, whether it's app or add-ons, support type, developers, Splunk are not supported, and input, and many categories are there. So anyways, let's go back to the home page. I click on it. Here it is. So now we have understood this is the app area, one of the app which you got it free of cost and very powerful search and reporting. And I'm going to use it this one little bit later, but I want to show you something which is here. So see here some of the help option, you find it, what's in new. So if you want to know what is the new features in a Splunk got added recently, tutorials, questions and answer, you want to contact the support, if you want to file a bug, help for these pages, about privacies and stuff like that. You can search on the Splunk doc also from here. So you don't have to go anywhere out of it. Everything is accessible here. Now activity. Here you have a job and trigger. Guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Just a second. So I thought the power has gone, but luckily, yeah. So cancel this. Now activity, you have a job and trigger alerts. Now the question is, what is a job and what is the alerts? We'll talk about triggered alerts. We'll talk about in some time. Okay. In short, I'm just talking about jobs is nothing but every searches you will do here will create one jobs and will get stored here. Triggered alerts, like when you create alerts, that how many triggers has met with the threshold, you can see it here. So I will come back to this these two things little bit later. There's so many options you can see here. Add data, explore data, and monitoring console, and add data, explore data. There's three things, and then you have so many features here. Knowledge.
Please enroll our general membership for 399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.